everyone, Mrs. Allen here. If you are watching this video, it is most likely because you have picked up a take and make kit for our bamboo wind chimes program. So this is what we're going to be making today. And I'm going to show you just some quick demonstrations of how you tie the bamboo on and what you do to make this. You can also just use it as a wall hanging for your room if you want to put it like on your bedroom door or in your room somewhere, even in your window. It would look cool there too. So why don't we go ahead and get started. I am going to zoom in on the table here so you can see how I tie the knots and everything, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to move this to the side for a moment so we can go over what you should have in your kit. So in your kit you should have a length of string, either brown or white, depending on which kit you got, but they do the same thing, so no worries there. You should have an 8-inch bamboo stick, and then you should have 10 of these 4-inch bamboo sticks. Some of these I already colored a little bit so I could just show you, but you should have 10 plain ones in your kit, right? And then you should also have a silver metallic Sharpie and a black Sharpie. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do before you assemble your wind chimes is decorate the wind chimes with your Sharpies. So I'll show you, like on this one, you can kind of see how I've colored it in with black designs and silver marker, and then same thing with the actual chimes down here. I colored the bottoms with silver, and I just drew like a little leaf design on there. I do think I wish I had done the leaf design all around, because that way no matter which way it's hanging, you have a design on the front, right? So that's one tip for you, is make your design go all the way around your wind chimes. All right, so I am going to show you how to tie this together, because you can really decorate it with the Sharpies however you want. So I'm not going to show you that part. That part is totally up to you. What I'm going to show you is basically how you assemble these wind chimes, right? So what I like to do first is just kind of lay out how I want it to look. So I have my top piece is the long piece, right? This is what we're going to hang all of the other pieces from. And then I am going to kind of lay out my other pieces how I would want them to hang. And you could do like a chevron shape, which is how I did this one. See how it's like a V shape, so that's like a chevron, right? Or you could do like alternating lengths like that, really however you want. And once you kind of figure out how you want your pieces to hang, I'm gonna do it like this. So it's kind of backwards for you right now, so I'm going to flip it all around here. And you can see some of these are kind of colored in and some of them are not, but yours will be totally decorated. All right, so you can see it kind of looks like that, right? So this is how I'm going to want to tie my pieces together. And the first thing we're going to want to tie is actually the handle for our wind chimes or wall hanging, however you want to use it. So we want to make this part here. So to do that, we're going to cut about 10 inches or so of string, just like that. And then we are going to tie it around each end here. Now, if you want to make it extra secure, you could get some glue and put a little bit of glue on the bamboo where you want to tie the string, and that way it'll really secure it on there when it dries, right? But I am just going to tie a regular double knot, and that's how I'm going to tie everything for these wind chimes, is just with a little double knot. And I cut this string a little short, so I'm just making sure I go close to the end, because I don't want to run out of string, right? I want to make sure I use as much as possible. All right, so I have one end tied there, and now I'm just going to tie the other end to this side. And you want to kind of tie them the same way, so you can see my knot is on this side. So when I go over to the other end, I want my knot to be on the same side. That way it'll hang straighter. And now you can see from my wind chime that I showed before, it's not perfect. The chimes don't hang perfectly straight down, but I kind of like that look. It makes it more rustic looking, right? All right, so now we have our hanger. And I am just going to demonstrate how you tie these on because, like I said, how you decide to tie them on as far as the length of the strings and the chimes is totally up to you. But I'm just going to show you how you tie the wind chime onto the top. All right, so what you would want to do first is take your string and just kind of measure out how long you need it to be. So I'm going to cut pieces for each length here, and remember to keep extra on both ends for tying your knots because it's really hard to tie it if you don't have enough string. So for this one right here that's pretty close to the top, I'm going to cut it like right there, right? And then for this one, I'm going to cut it like down here. And now, so I want these to be at the same height as this one, so I'm just going to copy this length. So I need 3 more. I am going to cut 3 more lengths of string at the same amount as that first one. That way I know they are pretty much going to be at the same length when they're hanging. Of course, when you tie your knots, it can make it hang a little higher or lower depending on how you tie it, so just be careful for that. All right, so I have my string cut for these 3. Oh, I missed one. Now I need the longer ones here, 1, 2, 3. So I need 2 more of this length. Uh-oh, I'm getting a knot in here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this off. All right, so see how I'm just kind of matching it up here? 1, 2, 3. All right. So now I have my strings at the right length and I can start tying them all together. All right, I'm just going to move these to the side and I'm going to start with the end. Now, one thing you want to make sure is that you're tying your wind chimes inside of where the handle is tied on here. So I don't want to tie anything here. I want to tie it right here, right? Because this is going to kind of help keep it on your top here, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie one end of the string to the top bamboo pole. And again, I am just doing a normal double knot. And you want to tie it so like it's kind of perpendicular to the bamboo because then it'll hang straighter, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. All right, so now see, look, like that hangs pretty straight, but it's facing the wrong way, right? Because our handle is here. I'm just going to twist this around so it hangs down like that. And then I'm going to take my bamboo here, and I am going to do the same exact thing. I am going to tie it in a double knot. And I cut this a little short, so it is trickier to tie, but we can do it. One more. I'm going to double knot it always. And you can reinforce all of these knots with glue if you wanted to, but it stays pretty well without it. All right, so we have one chime on there. So you're basically just going to do the same for the rest of them. I'll tie one more to show you. I need a long piece here. All right, a longer piece for the next one, right? So once again, I am going to tie one end to my top bamboo. Double knot, just like that. And I'm going to slide it around so it's hanging in the same direction as the one next to it, right? Like that. And then I'm going to tie the other end to one of the wind chimes. All right. And that is it. So once you have all of your pieces tied on that you decorated, you will be done. And you can hang this wherever you want. So once it's done, it will look more like this. And you can see they don't hang perfectly straight, like I said, but I kind of like that look. It kind of goes with the rustic feel of your bamboo, right? And I made some cool like geometric patterns on here with the silver and black Sharpie markers. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I hope that you enjoy making your bamboo wind chimes or wall hangings, and you can always share pictures with us if you follow us on Instagram at